What's up, y'all? Capone Sound Tony here, and welcome to another Ever Crisis video. So we just got a brand new content update. It is like the spring update slash Easter update for Ever Crisis. And yeah, a lot of good stuff going on right now. And we did get a new banner, a featured banner. It is featured. It's not limited. Finally. I love featured banners. Bring them back, man. More featured banners. Love it. So the featured banner is Zack. And it's a pretty good one. So Zack here, he is a rabbit butler. This is his costume. It's literally what it is. He is a rabbit butler. He's got a monocle. He's got black bunny ears. He's got a butler costume, and he has a rabbit tail with a like a bow on it. So yeah, he is literally just a rabbit butler with a big ass sword. Very interesting. Not sure what people are going to think about this costume. I think it looks fine. It is what it is. So Rabbit Butler, boost HP, plus 10 points. I feel like most costumes nowadays get plus 15 points HP, so this seems kind of low. But, you know, it is what it is. More HP, self-explanatory. Butler Rabbit Ears. This is the good thing here. So he got a all-in-one Arcanum. This is the first costume in the game that got, the first costume... featured costume that is an all-in-one Arcanum. So that's pretty big. Fire, ice, lightning, earth, water, wind, ability damage plus 30% for Zack. So yeah, this is great. Just based off that alone, I feel like it's worth possibly just grabbing a page on this banner, especially if you're a Zack main. If you don't care about Zack, then yeah, obviously you probably won't draw on this banner anyway, but having an Omni Arcanum like this is, it's going to help him in the future once he does get more elemental weapons. Zack is kind of in a weird spot right now with his elemental weapons, though, because he doesn't really have many of them that are featured that can be wishlisted. Kind of like Sephiroth had so many that can be wishlisted. Tifa does as well. Zack's in a weird spot where a lot of his elemental weapons are limited. So unless they return, you're not going to get much use out of those weapons. I mean, not much use out of the costume if those weapons don't return. The main one is like Batrix Sword for the FF9 crossover. So yeah, if that one will actually get some use now if people drew on it. I assume a lot of people skipped it though because it came like right before Anniversary. It was a very inconvenient time to rerun FF9. But Batrix Sword would actually get a 30% wind boost now. It was a physical wind weapon. But yeah, his other weapons are like limited. He has physical lightning during the Monster Hunter event. He has magic fire during the first half anniversary. So Zack's in a kind of a weird spot with his elemental builds. But those weapons will get helped, from this costume. But I assume if you like drew on those weapons, at least for the half anniversary in the Monster Hunter one, you might have the costume already. So yeah, it depends. Maybe you didn't draw that far in those banners, and you only have those weapons like Obi-Wan or something like that. Or if you got lucky and got Zack's weapon on the limit break draw, or the fire one. So yeah, I mean, Zack's in a weird place when it comes to elemental builds. I feel like this costume is more for future proofing Zack. So like when he eventually does get elemental weapons, you can pair this costume with those elemental weapons. But anyway, enough about the costume. Let's go into the Sword of the Hunt. It's his weapon for this banner. It does Ice Arc, 440% magic ice damage AoE. That's really cool. Also, when 50% HP or more, exploit weakness is applied. 25% for 30 seconds. So, that's amazing. This is the first featured weapon in the game that has exploit weakness on it. That's pretty big. So, exploit weakness, this weapon can be wishlisted. That's amazing. So, this is going to make, like I said, it's going to make Zack's elemental builds better. So, Obi-Wan... 530% magic ice damage with 50% HP or more. Yeah, you get extra 5 seconds on exploit. 660% at OB6 with 35% exploit, 45 seconds. Also, the R abilities are boost attack and ability potency for 54-27 here. Attack, magic attack, and X sigil. I wish this was kind of P attack because at least it kind of would give you 2 options here. If you want to do some like meme materia builds with exploit weakness, boost attack kind of sucks here, but that's what it is. Then at OB10, we're getting 800% magic ice damage, exploit weakness is for 60 seconds, 35%. That is pretty freaking awesome. 62, 39 in the R abilities is great. So these R abilities can go both ways for physical and magic builds. Magic attack 674, 508 on the P attack is kind of crap. So if you did want to use this weapon for a P attack build, you'd have to get a good P attack brand. You know, like if you wanted to use this with like Beatrix Sword, for example, or his physical ice weapon, what is it called? The pressure gauge or something. Forgot what it's called. Let's go into Zac real quick. Pressure ridge. Yeah, there you go. You could use this weapon with an exploit weakness weapon if you know, specifically for physical ice. So yeah, that's Zac pretty much here. He's getting an exploit weakness weapon that's featured. I think that's pretty awesome. He also got an ultimate weapon as well. Let's go into that real quick. So you can get Zac's ultimate on this banner. Go to the Mako exchange. It is called the Durandal? I don't know. Zac never got like a best weapon, I feel, when it came to Crisis Core, so I think they just made something up here. You know, it's kind of like how they gave Sephiroth, young Sephiroth, Genji Blade. They didn't give him Masamune. So, here we go. This weapon does Ray Blade, 2000% physical, magic, non-elemental damage, 3 ATB, nice, plus 3 ATB, physical attack and magic attack, high to high, 30 seconds, and this has 3 uses. That's pretty solid. I think this almost feels like just like a better Genji Blade. You know, Genji Blade, man, that weapon looks so bad in comparison to like all these other new weapon ultimates that we gotten recently. You know, that has what, 2 casts where you can get to extra high, 4 tiers. But you're getting 3 casts here for 3 tiers, as well as 3 extra ATB. This thing is, yeah, this thing's better than Genji Blade. But, yeah, boost ability potency and interruption exploit weakness. Interruption exploit weakness is, I don't think it's anything that special. So when you interrupt an enemy, meaning when you break a sigil phase, it applies exploit weakness to self for 40% exploit potency, 30 seconds. You know, if you're running his exploit weakness weapon, his new one, you know, I don't see why this is a big deal at all. You know, but it is there, so it is what it is. Other than that, I think the actual UC ability is pretty good on this weapon. The 3 ATB gauge is just very, very nice to be able to cast that 3 times, and then just having this self-buff 3 times too. Really solid. So yeah, if I do draw on these banners, I hope I do get this. I hope y'all get this if y'all draw the banners. Wish y'all the best of luck. So yeah, that is pretty much the Zac banner. In my opinion, I think it is a good weapon. Something you can just wishlist in the future though. The costume, I feel, is something that you want to get for Zac if you want to future-proof him when he does get more elemental weapons. Like I said, many of his elemental weapons are either limited or, yeah, they're pretty much just limited at this point. So hopefully he does get more to kind of, you know, his costume will be super useful. Right now, it's just pretty much just good for ice, you know, when it comes to either using this weapon or his pressure ridge. Or you could just use mean materia builds, right? Like I've been using Tifa's exploit weakness a lot, and just, you know, using her materia in combination with her haste procs from her ultimate. You know, you can make Tifa pretty strong for materia when it comes to exploit. But yeah, you can do the same thing now for Zac, and you can do the same thing now for Sephiroth with his build. So yeah, when it comes to this banner, you can draw up to 3 pages, and has Zac guarantees on 3 pages. So yeah, if you want to go all out for this, you can do that. But like I said, just recommend you grabbing the costume and dipping if you're a low spender, free-to-play type of player. April 23rd, so you got like a few weeks before this expires, before you want to, you know, make a decision or not. Like I said, I always recommend you wait for the other banners. I'm not sure, you know, I don't want to say who's coming next. But I assume we're going to get more characters for the Easter event. And based on this banner right now, not only can you get Zac, you can also get Cait Sith's party jacket. This is like a year-old costume now. It actually got 5 more points on the buff debuff, so that's pretty cool. It also had crit potency arcanum. This is kind of a unique costume where, yeah, you're getting 50% extra crit damage. Goes along with his yellow megaphone build, where he does an insane amount of crit damage for non-elemental. So, but I honestly have never found a use for Cait Sith's crit build. I actually tried to use him for the last battle ranking against Bahamut, and there was actually a battle effect that didn't allow me to use crits. So I'm like, what the hell? I'm never going to be able to use this Cait Sith build. So for me personally, I would not recommend grabbing it. I mean, it's unique enough to grab, but I'm never going to use Cait Sith like that. And I feel like this costume's kind of dated now for Lucia. It looks really awesome though. It also got the 15 points buff debuff. Flame Frost Rabbit Ears, Fire Ice ability damage 15, and Fire Ice resist 20. It's a decent costume, but I feel like Lucia just, you know, this has better stuff. Especially if you have her like beach costume or her Resident Evil Ada Wong costume. I feel like both of those are better than this one at this point. This one's more situational. But yeah, I think the best obviously is just to get the Zack costume here because Omni Arcanums are great. Especially if you're going to be maining Zack. If you're a Zack main, you're probably finally happy that he finally got a banner. It's been like almost a year at this point. Been a really long time. It's been, what, since the Pressure Ridge banner. Really long time since we got Zack. So pretty cool for the Zack fans. Alright, I think that kind of covers it for the Zack banner. Other things that are going on. The Zack weapon, by the way, is probably going to be good for the escalation challenge right now with the Bunberry, which is just hilarious, by the way. Tom Berry in a bunny suit. I did 1 through 10 on this challenge already, and that was like a cakewalk for like a Sephiroth or a Tifa build, ice build, or you could use Vincent. You know, there's a lot of ice builds. Yuffie, Cloud, so many ice builds in this game. But yeah, he's going to be good with the AoE because the 2 ads are very annoying in this battle, and I assume the AoE magic ice damage is going to be pretty good against them. So that's probably why Zack is, you know, has this type of ice banner, is to tie in with this escalation challenge, as well as the egg hunt battle to you know, for your get more bonus from the event, as well as I guess for EX3. But that's, you know, any ice build is going to be good enough for EX3 in this game. So if you do run through this, you'll get more bonus. Or if you have the Zack costume, you'll get more bonus and whatnot, and the weapon. When it comes to this event, you can get the Blade of the Hunt for Angeal, HP, Ice Potency, low magic ice damage AoE. It's, you know, it's a free weapon. Our abilities are decent. You know, can't beat a free weapon, especially if you're a newer player in this game. Attacker memories, tank memories are nice. Gotcha tickets, branding stuff, and then there's the typical memories. If you get the pink eggs, we actually got Blizzard and Blizzard Blow recipes, so that's pretty cool with the Circle Sigil. So kind of like the Odin one where we got Quake with X, we're getting Blizzard with Circle. Cool. Mithril ingots, Mithril ore, Angel specific weapon parts, always nice. And then just all this other crap is kind of just farmable. But I assume a lot of people have stuff, you know, they have a lot of stamina pots to farm now. I assume they went through the Odin event already like me. So yeah, here's a new event to farm for those people that need stuff to farm. What else is going on right now? Oh yeah, we got the missions right now. So if you clear out this whole page of missions, you will get 150 weapon parts. That's actually really, really cool. You can use these towards any character. That's really nice. Also, the draw is going on right now. You get the free 10 draw every day. Don't forget to do that. And there is a step-up draw where if you spend, what, 12,000 red crystals, you can get another 2,000 or 200 weapon parts. I don't think it's anything special. There's login bonuses too, where you can get more weapon parts every day, as well as Astro and the Zack Mako gems for his ultimate. So yeah, that's pretty much the content that's going on right now. We also had co-op battles with what, Ifrit, Shiva, and Ramu are up. Co-op schedule, so get your free weapon parts from the co-op metal shop. This week at Sephiroth, and it'll be Matt, Zack, and Yuffie. What else? And that's pretty much it. I think I covered that. It's Zack banner, escalation challenge, egg hunt, login bonuses, campaigns, co-ops. That pretty much covers it for this content update in Ever Crisis. Zac banner, like I said, I feel like pulling a page is worth it if you are a Zac main, or if you want to future-proof him when he does get more elemental weapons. But I also think it's a safe skip if you just don't care about Zac, or you're really good on elemental builds, like, you know, if you have a really good Omni elemental builds for Yuffie or Tifa or Sephiroth, you know, you probably don't need Zac 2, but, you know, that's up to you to decide. When it comes to wish list for Zac, I don't know. Oh, he has one elemental build here, elemental weapon, so it's Pressure Ridge. When it comes to featured weapons, if you want to do like meme materia builds, you can run like Ceremonial Sword with his new weapon just for the R abilities, and then you could do like materia exploit weakness builds. It's kind of like the same thing with Black Whiskers. If you run this weapon in the main hand, new weapon in the offhand, you can get a good physical water materia build because of this water materia slot. So not a lot of stuff you can wishlist for Zac when it comes to this banner. But when it comes to Escalation Challenge, you can get Little Red Wreath, you could get Edged Wings, you could get Christmas Gloves for Tifa. A lot of wishlistable ice weapons when it comes to Escalation Challenge. So yeah, that pretty much covers it for this Ever Crisis video. If y'all enjoy my Ever Crisis content, please give this video a like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see y'all on the next one. Later.